Hey guys, welcome back to another installment of Trini Point of View. Now I know it's been a while since I've made a video. Probably about 2 years since I did Aquaman and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But I finally decided that now is the time to start back or try to find an avenue to create, and creating is what it's all about. So I'm not doing a movie review today. I'm going to just give you a rundown of some stuff that I've been watching in the past year or two, mostly in the last year, and probably just get back a feel for editing basically, and like the software and these things, and upload into YouTube, and then I'll jump back into probably some reviews. So let me get started one time. So as for movies, I recently saw Love and Monsters with Dylan O'Brien. Dylan O'Brien is from Maze Runner. He's from he does action really well. He does his own stunts too. So Dylan O'Brien is somebody that he's going to last a very long time in Hollywood. So look out for that. I think this is a Netflix show, a Netflix movie. Army of the Dead from Zack Snyder. That was excellent. You could look out for that with Dave Bautista. You would know him, or everybody would probably know him better as Drax the Destroyer in Guardians of the Galaxy. But Army of the Dead, that was something different. It has like intelligent zombies in it. So check that out. Stunning visuals, as we all expect from Zack Snyder. I checked out Top Gun, the original, because Top Gun Part 2 is, I can't remember if it's coming out this year or early next year. But Top Gun still holds up to this day. Excellent show. Even the cinematography from a movie from I think the 80s or the 90s, Top Gun still holds up, and it's the writing and everything is on point. BlacKkKlansman had a very good writer behind that, and the score for BlacKkKlansman was excellent. It always kept tension, and the movie never wavered in pace. Like, it didn't move too fast or it didn't move too slow, just right, and the score supported that. Justice League, the Snyder Cut, way better than the Justice League. I'll be the first to admit that it was a bit long, but I did enjoy it. I enjoy the aspect ratio also, which is 4:3. So if you don't know what 4:3 is, back when we had square TVs before the flat screens, that is one with the big backs, that would have been a 4:3 ratio, most likely. Moving on, Bumblebee, I really like Bumblebee. Loved, not so much, but I like that they scaled down from the usual big Transformers explosions kind of thing. So I enjoyed that. The movie had a lot of heart in it because they focused on Bumblebee and just like one or two human characters. Obviously Endgame came out maybe 2 years ago, so but it still falls within this period because I watch it so often. I've probably seen it about 30 times, maybe more, and it is a long movie, 3 hours long. But if it's one thing, I don't find myself skipping to the last hour for the action. I watch it in its entirety from beginning to end, and it does well to give fan service. A lot of people say, well, Endgame isn't so great because it's just a bunch of fan service, but that's what it should be. I invested 10 years of your life in the MCU, so you expect to get fan service. Next, The Conjuring 3. I watched that maybe 2 weeks ago. The stars of that show, and when I say the stars, I don't mean literally, they are the actors who star in the show. The stars of that series is really Ed and Lorraine. The actors who play Ed and Lorraine, they are really the heart of that series. And I can't recall if they're going to do a part 4, but I'm looking out for it. Moving on, Stowaway with Anna Kendrick. Stowaway is on Netflix. It is a slow burn, but Anna Kendrick, she holds her own in a lead role and a supporting role. Any role you give her, she does well. The movie is a slow burn, as I said, but the third act, you really need to watch it just for that third act, for that tension. It's going to have you on the edge of your seat non-stop, all the way till the end. I say all the way till the end. A couple days ago, Rurouni Kenshin, the final chapter, was released. Before you watch it, you know what to do. If you've never looked at any of those Kenshin movies, that's Samurai X from the 90s and early 2000s. That's what my generation would have grown up on I think TV6 or something. Check out the behind the scenes of when they were filming the final chapter, and then you would appreciate the movie for the brilliant fight choreography. Take my word for it. Olga, which is another Netflix movie with Charlize Theron, definitely a must watch because it's something different. It doesn't feel like they try to just shoe in like recycle stuff. There are elements of other shows, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels fresh. Extraction with Chris Hemsworth. There are sequels to come to it, so I'm pretty happy with that. The best part about it is the acting from Chris Hemsworth. We all know him as Thor, but the best part about it is that he has found his sweet spot between action and comedy, and you would get that in Thor Ragnarok, and then after you saw it in Extraction. So he found his sweet spot, so I'm happy with, going forward with him doing much more of the Extraction world. TV shows now. Recently I watched Sweet Tooth, which was pretty good. If you have a weak heart and you can't really watch like these sad shows, prepare yourself, because the first 2 episodes it tugs at your heart, but it builds into so much more. You're going to appreciate it. Vikings had some pacing issues. It started off very strong, but it started to kind of stutter in between, and the slow episodes, they threw me off a bit, but it's still a good watch. If you're into that genre of TV shows, you could also check out Spartacus. I didn't finish watching Spartacus yet, but it's okay. And if you miss Game of Thrones, then Vikings is a good replacement. Stranger Things season 4 is coming, and I think everybody's excited for that. Black Summer, another zombie series. Black Summer season 1, I waited a while to watch season 1, only because I wanted to watch 1 and 2 close together. But season 2 was a big step down. It had a lot of pacing issues. The writing in it felt up and down, but it's still a good watch if you're into zombie shows, because it's with fast-paced zombies, like they run like Flash, and you gotta be real serious to outrun those zombies. The Mist, great storytelling, but the ending of The Mist was pretty weak for me. I enjoyed it. The acting was good. It is a slow burn again, but it isn't a slow burn to bore you to death. But that ending was all weak for me. I wanted something more out of the ending, even if they had to deviate from the source material. The Walking Dead went from hero to zero basically for me. I really enjoyed The Walking Dead up to season 6 and part of season 7, but they lost me, and it's all because of the writing, and they stretched out the Negan plotline too long, and then letting the killing off Carl and then Rick leaving too much. So they lost me. They could have been the greatest zombie series of all time to they're going to be forgettable. Game of Thrones, we all love Game of Thrones, but that last season, that was too weak for me. It felt like similar to when I was speaking about Endgame earlier with fan service. Game of Thrones is the opposite of that. It's like you invested all these years and you only get 10 episodes per year, so you only have Game of Thrones for 10 weeks, and then after, when you come and you just slap you in your face like whole 6 episodes of basically shit. Yeah, I'll consider rewatching it probably in 5 years time, but that's for the seasons before and not the final season. I recently, which is last week, I watched Katla. Katla is shot in one of the most beautiful locations in the world, which is Iceland, and if anything, take my word that you need to watch Katla, and you need to watch it in its I think the language they're using it is Icelandic. Watch it with the subtitles. It's a slow burn, but it feels like something so new, something so different. It does leave you on a cliffhanger for a season 2, but knowing the episode count ahead, I was expecting something like that, because in the trailer I saw scenes that I didn't see in the episode, so I knew it was coming and I knew what to expect at the end. Dark is a mind bender. If you're into time travel shows, definitely check out Dark. If you can't remember stuff, take a pen and write down stuff. Dark was excellent. I think it was 3 seasons. I binge watched the crap out of that in like a week. Moving on, the Haunting series. We had the Haunting of Bly Manor and the Haunting of something else. I can't remember the name. But that Haunting series, it's titled The Haunting of, and they'll change that part. It's amazing storytelling. There's nice jump scares in it because it is a horror genre. It is in the horror genre, I should say. And it builds to something where it's like a mystery horror, because they reveal so much in the last 2 episodes and how certain people tie into stuff. Great stuff. Check that out for sure if you're into the horror stuff. Disney Plus has some great shows. 2 of them I recently finished, but they both finished actually because they are weekly shows. Mighty Ducks, The Game Changers. If you're into nostalgia, check that out. They even brought back Gordon Bombay from the original Mighty Ducks movies, and this generation of new ducks, they're hilarious. And look, there's some funny ass kids, so check that out if you're into that nostalgia stuff. And next one was Big Shot. Big Shot again is Disney Plus. It stars Uncle Jesse from Full House, and he's not someone I expected to really be looking at again on any type of series, because he's so iconic for that role. And this show actually worked out well. It's just 10 episodes. It's not a comedy. It is more of a drama type show, but it does have comedic moments in it. It's based around a girls' teenage basketball team, like a private school, and it's actually entertaining. The episodes are like 45 minutes long, so it's not the 20 minutes or half hour like Mighty Ducks, and it holds your attention. So you definitely check those 2 out on Disney Plus. Sticking to Disney Plus, Loki is ongoing. The first 2 episodes was real good. They moved a lot at good pace. They gave you good information. The 3rd episode felt like it was a filler episode. The whole episode just kind of went down to the last 5 minutes where you got one bit of information, and it's something that we could have figured out on our own, or we could have thrown that into the beginning of our next episode. So Loki is going good. I expect they will pick up the pace because it's just 6 episodes, and I'm hoping the episodes are longer also. At 6 episodes, I'm hoping for at least an hour, 55 minutes to an hour long episodes. But I expect it to pick up pace and get way better than what we got in the last episode. And the world building should be there. If you're watching it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The world building for the greater MCU will be there. So that's about it. That's all the notes that I made. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do going forward. I'm going to do some movie reviews in between because I'm looking at different stuff. Fatherhood is really what got me in front of this camera again. I think Fatherhood with Kevin Hart is going to be the first review I do, and that should be coming probably later this week. I'm not too sure where the channel is going to go. I may do some vlogs while I'm out shooting like landscape stuff, or I may do some type of reviews on photography stuff, probably like gear. But I'm not setting out a date. I'm not setting a genre of content. I'm not getting anybody's expectations up. So just look out, click the notification bell. So it's going to probably be kind of sporadic, but I'm definitely going to try to put out more content because creation is really what got me here, and I took a break for a while. I focused on photography, and you can check out my stuff. All the links will be down in the description for like my Instagrams and Facebook, and you can check out what I've been doing in some still photography, which I only started recently, portraits, which up and down, it's kind of a hit or miss for me. landscape stuff, and hopefully in a couple of years big stuff will come out of that landscape photography. And for the while, that's about it. So you'll look out for some more, and I will usually end this off. Hopefully we see you again.